Okay, today we're going to do lesson 4 of hands-on equations, fractions. And the first example is 2y plus 1/3 of y plus 4 is equal to y plus 20. Okay, so we're going to find a way to make all of that work. So I'm going to start by putting the pieces down. Okay, I've got 2 whole y's plus 1/3 of y plus a 4 is going to equal another whole y over here, and then I've got 20, okay? And hopefully you see right away that I have a couple of legal moves based on hands-on equations. The easiest to see is that if I have a whole y on both sides, I can take a whole y away from both sides. So that makes my problem a lot easier right off the bat. Then I want to take the 4 away from one of my 10s, which will leave me a 6. Okay, so 4 away from 20 will leave me 16. So I've kind of simplified this down. And now again, in order to be able to divide this up, some of you will be able to do this in your head by now, but again, it's a lot easier to see that if I replace my y with my 3 blue pieces here, right? There's a y plus 1/3. Now I have 4 blue pieces that I'm dividing between 16. 16 divided by 4 leaves me 4. So a blue piece, which is 1/3 of y, that equals 4. And then that means that 3 of these, right, will equal y. So y is going to equal 4, 8, 12, or 3 times 4. Y is going to equal 12. Okay? Do the check. 2y is 24, 2 times 12, plus 1/3 of y, that's a 4, plus another 4, that equals y is 12, plus 20. See if that's true. This is 22 on this side. This is 24, 28 plus 4. Sorry, not 22. 32. 32. So 32 is equal to 32. All right, check. Example 1. Let's do example 2. Y minus 1/6 of y plus 5 equals 3/6 of y plus 11. Okay. Now, start with the left. If I have a whole y and I want to subtract 1/6 from it, I guess what you could imagine is that would be like I have 6 of these guys, right? That would make my whole y. And then I can, there's my whole y minus a 6. That's going to leave me my 5/6 of y, all right? So there's my 5/6 of y. And then I'm going to add a 5, okay? And this is going to equal 3/6 of y, which some of you might see that that's a half and might think it might make sense to add this, but considering I'm working with 6 on the left side, I am going to keep it in terms of 6 on the right. It's going to make it easier to do my addition and subtraction, okay? Plus 11, okay? All right. So I could start with the cubes or I could start with the pieces, all right? I might even start with the pieces this time to make it clear which side I'm going to have them left. I could take 3 of the greens off the right side if I take 3 of the greens off of the left side. So I'm going to simplify that first. So I have only 2/3 left on the left, okay? And then I need to get these pieces all by themselves. I'm going to take 5 away. Let me just take the 5 away from the 10, right? And I'm left with 6. Could have also done it this way, of course. Could have just, okay. So 2 pieces are worth 6. 2 6 are worth 6. Therefore, 1/6 of y has to equal 3. It has to equal half of that, right? And if I have each one of these is worth 3, and 6 of them cover up y, then y has to equal 3 times 6 has to equal 18. Okay? So let's see if we were correct by doing the check. 18 minus 1/6 of y is 3 plus 5. Does that equal 3/6 of y would be 3 times 3, or another way to look at it would be half of 18, so that's 9 plus 11. I get 20 over here, and I get 20 over here. Okay, so this does check. So that's lesson 4. Again, you've got problems to do at home, 4 new problems, 4 problems that are review. Have fun.